In this video, we'll look at pages 6 to 11 of the syllabus. So let's take a look at course assignments and grading. First, we start with the reading assignments. Reading the poems, short stories, and play in this class is only the beginning. Everyone will be expected to read creatively and actively, writing and sharing ideas about the text. Annotating, marking up the text will play an important part in our creative reading process, as well as responding to the text in your notebooks, if you keep one, and on the discussion board. Goals, contract, and review. At the beginning of the semester, you'll have the opportunity to determine your goals for the course and design a goals contract to follow throughout the semester. Also, you will be reviewing your contract 2 times during the term, so you can adjust your goals as needed. The contract and 2 reviews will each contribute a total of 5 points to your final grade. Next, we have quizzes. Quizzes will be given on a weekly basis to ensure that you have a working knowledge of the course's content. There will be 10 quizzes in total, with each quiz contributing 5 points to your final grade. Next, we have activities, reflection letters, and course surveys. You'll engage with the course content readings and your peers through 15 online activities that will each contribute 5 points to your final grade. Also, you'll write 2 reflection letters encouraging you to reflect on the work that you will produce during the semester and your experience with the course. The activities and reflection letters are informal writing assignments that will not necessarily receive individual feedback, but will be counted towards your final grade for the course. In addition, through anonymous course surveys, you'll let me know what works in the course design and content and what can use some improvement, and I'll adjust the course according to your feedback. The course surveys will provide you with the opportunity to earn extra credit. Next, we have the discussion forum. Even though we'll be learning online, our class is still a community, and it's important to interact within its space so that it can achieve its full potential. To create an active and engaging learning environment and to develop an understanding of the text and material, you'll be expected to participate online through Blackboard's discussion board. The consistency, quality, and quantity of your participation in the weekly discussion board forums will be counted in your overall grade for the course. You'll post on the discussion board on a weekly basis every Thursday unless noted otherwise on the schedule, responding to topics and questions posed by me, and you'll also respond to one of your peers' main posts every Friday, again unless noted otherwise on the schedule. There are 10 discussion board forums in total. When posting your main response, you'll respond in 200 to 250 words to topics and questions posed by me. To read and reply to your peers' post, you'll need to post a main response first. When replying to your peer, you do not have to write a 200 to 250 word response. Typically, unless noted otherwise on the schedule, main posts and replies will be due at the end of the day in which the discussion forum is assigned. Because the discussion forum encourages us to work together to make meaning and understand the text better, this can be accomplished only when everyone responds to the writing prompt within the given deadlines. So the forum will close within 24 hours of the deadline to respond to your peer. This means that you will not be able to post late to the discussion forum. Brief feedback for the post will be provided on Blackboard's Grade Center on a weekly basis. One main post and your response to your peer's post in the same discussion forum will total 10 points and will be assessed according to the following criteria: critical thinking, connections, creativity, timeliness, stylistics, and contribution to the learning community. I also provide for you a rubric to illustrate the grading of the discussion board postings, and you could take a look at the rubric on your own. Also, I recommend, if you still have questions about the discussion board, watch the 2 videos called Discussion on Discussions Part 1 and 2. Those videos look at the role and purpose of the discussion board in our class and the expectations of participating on the discussion board. And if you still have questions about the discussion board, you may email me or you can post the questions on the class questions forum and I'll respond back to you in that forum. Next, we have literary analysis. So your quizzes, online activities, and discussion board responses will also serve as the foundation of your formal academic essay, the literary analysis. You'll write 2 literary analysis essays that focus on literary texts, producing rough drafts that may be workshopped with a tutor in the Center for Tutoring and Academic Services, CTAS, and posted to the discussion board and class wiki to receive critical feedback from your peers. While the first literary analysis essay may be revised if you receive a grade of C or lower, you'll not be able to revise the second literary analysis. The formal essays will be submitted to Turnitin links on Blackboard on the day and time of the assignment's due dates. Extra credit. While there will be opportunities for you to earn extra credit in the course on a weekly basis, focusing your time and energy on the mandatory assignments and activities should be your priority. In other words, there is simply no way that extra credit will make up for or take the place of the assigned work. Protect yourself. Be sure to keep copies of the work that is submitted. Also protect yourself, your classmates, and professor from computer viruses by using an antivirus program. Next, we're getting into grading. The QCC grading system can be found on the QCC homepage or in the college's catalog, but I provide for you on page 9 of the syllabus a brief summary. While our course will adhere to QCC's grading system, this is how the coursework will contribute to your final grade. So I use a point system in class. The coursework, let's start with that. So we have the reflection letters, 2 letters that are worth 5 points per letter. That will earn you 10 points. The goals, contract, and review, that will earn you 15 points. Quizzes, there are 10 quizzes, 5 points per quiz, that's 50 points. Activities, there were 15 activities, 5 points per activity, that's 75 points. The discussion board, there are 10 forums, each worth 10 points, that's 100 points. And then we have the literary analysis essays, there are 2 essays, each worth 100 points, that's 200 points for the total of 450. So to convert those points into letter grades, I use this formula. The number of points that a student has multiplied by 100 and then divided by the total number of points for this class, 450. This chart, though, on page 9, converts the points into letter grades. So you don't have to sit there figuring out how many points you have and how that turns into a letter grade. Again, I provide this chart for you. Keep in mind that simply doing the coursework does not guarantee you'll receive a passing grade for the course. Grades and point values are determined by the quality of the work, not the quantity of the work. For instance, to get the full point value for the literary analysis, 100 points, the quality of the essay must be outstanding, and this is true for all the assignments. In this course, keep my teaching philosophy in mind. A successful course involves the whole class actively participating in the work, being motivated and engaged. The class makes the course. You're the class, so you make the course. As co-learners, we can teach one another and learn from one another. As individual learners, we can develop our thinking and grow as human beings. So getting an A for the course means more than simply making sure we have 450 points at the end of the semester. Getting an A really suggests excellence regarding not only the general work of the course, but also in the respect we have for one another as co-learners and fellow human beings, and most importantly, in the commitment and effort to our own learning. A students usually motivate themselves and others, take responsibility for their learning, and are generally not content to do the minimum. In addition, here are some successful online learning strategies. So some students struggle with an asynchronous course because the professor and the students don't meet face-to-face. I'm not there to remind you constantly in a classroom setting that this is due on this date. I will send the class emails, weekly emails of assignments reminders. Also, there will be weekly videos of assignments reminders. But again, I'm not there face-to-face with you, reminding you that this work should be done at a certain time. Instead, you have to keep track of the assignments using Blackboard's calendar, checking the schedule, or using your own app maybe that you've acquired through your academic experience. But here are some successful online learning strategies. Of course, communication, right? It's very important for you to communicate with me if you're struggling in the course, if you have any questions. So keep those lines of communication open. Also, creating a schedule and a dedicated space for your online learning is very important. Check in with our courses Blackboard page every day. Try to manage your asynchronous online time on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays in 30 to 50-minute blocks. This will help you to manage the workload and keep up with the class without feeling fatigued. Also, try to create a dedicated learning space, your own space where you can shut the door, leave papers everywhere, and work in peace. This will help lend importance to what you're doing as well. If you try to share study space with the dining room or bedroom, food or sleep will take priority over studying. The last page of the syllabus provides information about student support services and also their links, and you can take a look at that on your own. If you have any questions about the syllabus, you can of course email me, or you can post your questions on the class questions forum on the discussion board. Well, that's it for now, everybody. Looking forward to working with all of you this semester. Bye now.